Hello and welcome. I'm Luke Smith, your Upwork's vacant land expert. I would like to help you with your data-driven real estate needs, questions, and desires. Since 2016, I've bought and sold over 2,000 properties scattered across the US. I started with $500 desert squares. I started sending mail, making offers in the mail, and buying properties, doing all the paperwork myself, and selling them for a bunch more money, figuring this is great, let's do some more and see how many more of them I could do. So jumping into the data to go find more deals like that, I worked my way up to $800 properties, $1,000 properties, $10,000 properties, $500,000 properties to $1 million plus properties. And somewhere along the way, I ran into high traffic retail properties. High traffic retail properties, so they just blew my mind. You could take a vacant piece of land and look at the data, study the data of how much traffic's going by, what the neighbors are doing in their business, what their name brands are. That correlation of neighbors looking at that correlation of neighbors in other markets usually means that this shop and that shop and that shop are there, but they're missing in this market. And we could take this property and go market it to those people that are missing in this property and say, your next shop goes here, and come up with synthetic sales results based off the sales of the neighbors, how much sales they should do here with the local demographics and information that's going on in that local market to figure out how much rent they can pay, sign a deal, and figure out who's willing to finance that deal through the data to go make it happen. And so I love that. Turns out that kind of approach works in lots of commercial real estate. Not only does it work on QSRs or quick service restaurants, like high traffic retail properties, like I'm explaining, where like a Burger King or McDonald's would go there. It also works for a medical office. It works for storage. It works for outdoor storage. It works for retirement homes. It works for apartment complexes. Different versions of that data works really well for subdividing land, figuring out what land can be used for, figuring out what its highest and best use can be, and going back to the data to figure out who's willing to pay that, who's willing to do that, and who's willing to go there. And so studying that data to look at a property or look at a deal that's happened in the marketplace and go ask for more deals like that, or who should go there and use that property, is a passion of mine. I love studying real estate data and figuring it out. And so if you go look through all those transactions, there's lots of things I've used along the way. To pay for the properties, I didn't have enough money as the deals kept getting bigger and bigger. So I started doing multiple different things. I started optioning properties. I started doing double closes. I started selling them before buying them. I started structuring them with partners, joint venture deals. I started using trusts and land trusts, companies, corporations, series of corporations, lots of different ways I've tried, and there's different pros and cons of each method. And I can walk you through the methods that you're using or you want to use, or maybe advise on better ways to do what you're trying to do in your deals. Eventually, I've come around to set up a SEC registered fund that I could show you how to set up as well, or set one up for you as well, and walk you through all the regulations to do it. And that could be an amazing way to finance these kinds of deals. I've learned a lot along the way. I would like to help you on your journey so you can avoid some of the mistakes that I've made along the way and spent a lot learning from, so you can be more efficient and getting to where you want to be in your deals. If this interests you, please reach out to me in the Upworks Messenger and say, Luke, I'd like to schedule a time that we can have an introduction call to see if we're the right fit for each other. I have this question, I have this desire, I have this problem. Maybe it's something like a quiet title or probate or a structuring or paperwork, deeds, recordings, memorandums, my partner this, negotiations that, offer this way and lock it up that way kinds of deals. How do I do this and how do I do that? I've probably been there in the numbers of deals that I've done this with, and I would love to help you walk through yours. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.